Jonathan here. Now today, in today's lesson, I'm gonna show you how to read guitar chords. Now this is gonna be a lesson 2. Now it's important for you to know how to read the chords. Then you will be continue on there. Now first of all, you can have a look on this chart. So here, let me explain to you. This 2 line is representing your guitar nut. Guitar nut is this. Alright, this white color thing is a guitar nut. So it's representing your these 2 line. Now how do you read it? Now first of all, you need to know that this is the first string. The first string is actually the thinnest. Right? Then second string, third, fourth, fifth, and the 6th string. The 6th string is the thickest. As you can see here, this is the 6th string, the thickest, and this is the thinnest. Right? First string. So the first string actually the bottom. First, second, third, fourth, 5th, and the 6th. Now, because when we view on our guitar, we are viewing from a viewpoint where we look down on the fingerboard. So if you take a look on this 2 line is representing the nut, and the first string is the thinnest one. Then second, third, fourth, 5th, and the 6th at the bottom. So you do not get confused on that. And then each of the strings has a different notes. So this one is E, A, D, G, and B, small e. You can see that the 6th string and the first string is the same note, which is E note. But the thickest one is a big capital E, and the small one is a small e on the first string. Now, once you know how to see the chart, so you can see here there's a first fret. We call this as fret. This is the first fret, second fret, and then the third fret. First fret, second fret, and the third fret is how you're gonna see. So, and here you can see the finger. This is your left hand, right? So imagine your left hand. This is index finger is your number 1. Number 2 is your middle finger, third finger, and the 4th. Right. So how do you read chords, right? So assuming you already know the position of each string and the fret, let's try C chord. In guitar world, C chord is quite a common chord to be used. Now, how to read the C chord? You can see here on the first fret, second string, your first finger go to here. And then on the second fret, 4th string, use your middle finger, which is the second, number 2 here. Right? And then on the 5th strings, on the 3rd fret, 5th string is your 3rd finger. So it comes to like this. My first finger, first fret, second string. And then my middle finger, which is my second finger, go to the 4th string, second fret. And then my 3rd finger go to the 3rd fret and the 5th string. So this will be the C chord. right? Once you get it, this is how you read a C chord. Now, how do you know whether you are pressing the chord correctly? Is when you try to hit all the strings and see whether the notes coming out clearly or not. So this is how you do it. You can see, you can hear all the notes are coming out. If you have this kind of issue, for example, that means you are not pressing it correctly. The reason could be because when you are trying to press the strings, some of your fingers are actually touching other strings. So if you have this issue, this is the exercise you need to do. You need to keep playing on that notes until you adjust your finger here correctly, until the notes coming out clearly. So I give you example. So this is clear. You hear buzzing, then you adjust your finger accordingly. Okay, now you hear clear already. Proceed to the next string. This is clear. Clear. Okay, this is not clear, so you adjust again. Okay, clear. Clear again. So try again one more time. Okay, this is how you practice it. Practice until you hear all the notes coming out clearly. Then you know you are pressing the chord correctly. Now, one of the biggest mistakes a beginner will always have is that they always press the chord like this. Notice that your thumb finger, this is not the correct way. If you are starting out, make sure your thumb finger placing here at the center of the neck. When you purposely make your finger down here, then your fingers on the other end will have more rooms to move. If not, if you are this way, then your finger will have less room to move. And there's a second mistake that a beginner will always do is this. They press the chord like this. Notice that the finger is actually crooked. This way, I can assure you, your strings won't be sounds clear. You will have a lot of mute sound. Don't do this. Try to make sure your finger go down 90 degrees, right? And your thumb at the back. That way you will have proper chord structure to press on. Now this is C chord. So for a first start, I will give you 2 chords to memorize. So you just memorize these 2 chords. Another chord I will be giving you is A minor. This is C chord, this is A minor. You can notice that the only things changed is that the number 3, the finger number 3. From here, go here. You can see here, from my finger, this is the number 3 finger. From here, go down. So you only have to move 1 finger, which is the 3rd finger. From C to A minor, C to A minor, alright? Same thing, you have to repeat. Make sure all the notes are clear. So when you hear all the notes are clear, that means you are pressing it correctly, right? So if you have any problem like you hear buzzing or mute sound like this, apply the same method like I said. Try to adjust your finger here until you get it correctly. Again. when you know these two chords, okay, then you know the two chords already. So in the next lesson, I'm gonna tell you more chords and to play around, and some of the practice that is relevant, so practice that are good for your practicing. So even though you know these two chords only for these second lessons, but it does help a lot of chords, a lot of songs using these two chords. I give you an example. So when you already know these two chords and you will learn about the strumming later on, so it will sound like this. These two chords, you see. So when you already know these two chords, we will learn about F and G and the rest of the chords. So even after finish these lessons, if you want to go ahead of time, you can also go online and search out other chords and try to press on them, and make sure you apply the same method, press it correctly, all the notes have to be clear, then you will learn more faster than that, right? So but if you don't have the time, just go through these two chords and practice it, make sure all the notes are clear, right? So I will see you on the next lessons. Thank you for watching.